So what is the Python software foundation? It is a non-government or non open source and non-profitable organization, and it is a open community. This community is responsible for the Python software development. The software which they provide is a CPython. Original Python implementation is the CPython. So they will provide this CPython. So it is a open community. We don't have to pay anything to them to use the Python, and it is a non-profitable organization. Means like NGO, it is working as an NGO, and they provide the original Python in a form of the CPython implementation. And it is a Python software is a free and open source software. Then we will see what is the free and open source meaning here. Free and open source. Whenever we write up any program, for example, we write one example here. Line of codes are there. So this is called as a source code. Source code is there. We are coding in any programming language. That code we called as a source code. Source code is there. So if you give this source code to any other developer, he can easily understand what is the inside that code. So Python also free and open source means the source code of the Python software is available on the internet, and it is free. We don't have to give any licensing fee to use it. So it is called as a open source and free software is there. Since it is a free and open source, many developer designed or developed different software based on their own requirement. So we have different type of Python software or distribution. We call what we have different type of varieties or distribution or flavors of Python. So what are these? Main one is a CPython. We have CPython. This is the original one. Then we have different Python like Active Python is there. In this course we will only focus on this CPython only, this original one. There are slightly different application of this different Python versions or the distributions. Next one famous one is Anaconda. This will use for our data science, machine learning. If there is any big data or numerical or scientific applications, especially used in data processing type of things, this Anaconda. Then what we have this Pocket Python is there. Pocket Python. Then we have PyPy. Then this Iron Python we have. This will use for this .NET applications. Then we have JPython or Jython we have used for the application of Java programming language, or Jython we have. Then there are many Python XY is there. So these are the based on our requirement we will use this type of things, this varieties of Python or distribution of Python. Then next what we have, we will see what are the features or advantage of Python. So what are the features or advantage of Python? So first one is the it is a simple and easy to learn, easy to understand. It is easy to learn and easy to understand. The syntax or rules what we have is very similar to our English language, very similar to English language. So this is a very easy, the syntax is very easy to understand. This syntax is very easy as English. Second one is it is a beginner friendly. It is a beginner friendly. If you don't have any means technical background, or no, if you are in a non-tech background, you can easily start with Python. It is a user friendly, like as early we said, this syntax is very similar to English language, so easily we can understand what is going on in our program. Then it is a free and open source. Free and open source, so we don't have to pay anything to run the Python program. It may be our personal applications, or maybe a enterprise level application we can develop easily without giving any fee to them. Then it is a high level programming language. High level programming language. So what is the advantage of this high level? This syntax of high level programming language are very similar to English, and as a programmer we don't have to uh, concerned about this memory or RAM or space. We don't have to worry about the memory and space. The programming software will take care about this RAM and memory space, or hard disk space, we can say storage space is there. Then what we have, fifth feature is it is a platform independent. Fifth one is this is the platform independent and portable. So what is the meaning of this platform? In computer science, this platform is means different hardware and softwares. For example, right now I am using this Windows 10 is there. Then we have different type of operating systems and hardware also there. For example, we have this Linux system is there, or we can say Unix system also, Unix, or Mac OS there, or Android also we have, or iOS also we have. So these are the different platform. So in Python it is a platform independence. We can run or write our Python program to any one operating system, and we can run it to other operating system too. So it is a platform independent and it is portable. So if we write our program in a Windows 10 or any Windows, we can easily run that program into Linux or Mac operating system. So it is a platform independent. Then what we have, it is a dynamically typed programming language. Dynamically typed. What is the meaning of this dynamically typed? For Another concept is the statically type. Statically type. For example, if we consider C language or C++ or Java, they are the statically typed programming languages. So in this type of programming language, as a programmer, we have to define the type. Type means data type, which type of data is there. For example, we have to give number, uh, especially if we say number, we have two category generally. One is integer, and second what we have float values there, and this text data is there, uh, also we called as a string data. So in statically typed programming language, we have to give its data type. For example, whenever we are giving the number, int num is equal to 10, so we have to specify that which type of data we are going to store. One thing. Second thing is that we only can store only same data type. Means if I define this int num is equal to 10, then I have to give only the numerical value which is belongs to integer. I can't give 10.20 like of things. So this is the number, but it is belongs to float value. Or I can't give the value which is text or any string values there in statically typed programming languages. Whereas in dynamically programming languages, as a programmer, we don't have to give any data type to the uh, our variable or program. For example, if I said num is 10, it will take without any error, and automatically whenever we are running the program, it will convert to that respective data type. And also we can give this, if we give number is equal to 10.20, it is the float value, it will take without any error. Or we can give num is equal to hello. Hello means it is the string or text data is there. So this is a one advantage also there and disadvantage also there, but for now it is advantage. It is a dynamically type. As a programmer, we don't have to give the data type, and the Python software automatically convert it to respective data type. uh, Another example of this dynamically type is JavaScript is also there. Then what we have, it is a interpreted language. Interpreted means it will check our um, program line by line. It will check our program one line at a time. So it is an interpreted language. Then it is a extensible language. Means we can code our uh, Python in other programming language. For example, C++. In that we can code our Python program. For example, we have this C file is there. In somewhere here we need some functions to which are easily available in the Python, so we can do that one. The advantage what we will get, first is we will use our legacy software, means old software, and second the performance, we will increase performance by using this one. Then it is embedded. Embedded mean we can easily embed other software, other programming language in the Python. So this is embedded. Then it have means extensive libraries there. Extensive library means Python is a battery included programming language. Means we don't need any extra software or extra packages modules to do our Python program. Nearly all things are available in Python software only. If we want, we can easily download a software or use different softwares which are already existed. So this is how this extensive library, and it have very large open community. So if we have any problem, we can just have to Google that one, we will get our desired result. So this is advantages of Python programming language. Then some disadvantage. Every programming language have its own advantage and disadvantage. Based on the scenario or based on the project, we will use different programming language. So what is the limitations or disadvantage of Python programming language? So as compared to other programming language, for example, it is a slow speed. Why it is a slow? Because it is a interpreted language. What is the meaning of that? It will check our Python program line by line at once, as compared to this compiled programming language. They will check our whole Python file or whole program, whatever C, if C file is there, the C compiler will check whole program at once. So as compared to other programming language, it is slow. Then it is not as memory efficient. So this memory management is not good in a Python programming language. Then it is weak in cloud means mobile computing. Weak in mobile computing. But Python is not we can't develop this touch screen or Android application in that one. We have one framework is there called as a Kiwi. In that we can design different touch screen based application, but is not meant to develop the mobile applications. And as other programming language have good database support, Python don't have that support. Database access support is not good as other programming language. And just 1 minute. No one is here. Okay. And one last thing is we will get the runtime errors in the Python. For example, as we said, it is a dynamically typed. It is a dynamically typed. For example, we defined one variable x is equal to 10, and we wrote 100 line, and somewhere in our program x is became 10.20. that is this is an integer value, means name, and this is float value, and after some time it will become this string type of things. For example, hi. At the time of compilation or at the time of running only, we will get this type of errors. Means first of all we defined x is equal as a number, and second time we define as a number but it is a float number, and third time we define this x is equal to hi as a string type or text type. So since it is a dynamically typed, we can't get its data type at compile time. Only runtime we will get that one. So this will cause the error in the runtime. What we have to use, our program only required numerical values. If we give any other value, it will cause errors. So this is how this it will give the runtime errors. So these are the disadvantage or limitations of the Python. Now we will see what are the different Python versions we have. For example, Python versions. So basically we have two versions. Python 2 is there and Python 3 is there. Now the support of Python 2 is uh, not there. After 2020, the Python 2 is not uh, they are not developing the Python 2. They are not working on this Python 2. So currently what we have, just a moment. Yes, absolutely. So Python 3 is the current version, and we can say it is there are different name. 3K is there, or Python 3000 is there. There are different ways. Now currently Python, what we have, Python 3.10, this is a current version, and Python 3.11 is under development. And if you are using Windows 7, then it only support up to Python 3.8. So up to Windows 7 it only support 3.8 version only. And if you have this Windows 10 or Windows 11, it will support different latest Python software. So this is different versions of Python, and some companies also using Python 2, and they are just migrating to the Python 3. So maybe you will get if some software in a Python 2 also, but they are gradually shifting to the Python 3 only. Then we will see the installation of the Python. So let me do one thing. So how will we do? We just have to type Python, and this is the first link, python.org. This is the Python Software Foundation. Here in this download session, we can directly download this Python 3.10.6, and they are giving the notes here that the Python 3.9 cannot be used on Windows 7 or earlier. If you want to get the whole list what are the different Python versions we have, we can click on this view the full list of downloads. If you are using latest operating system, we can easily download this one without any error, or we can download this here. So what they are saying, this Python 2.7, it is a end of life, only 2020 they after that they are not maintaining that one. So this is how. So latest one is a Python 3.10. if we click on this one, and here we can download based on our operating system. For example, Windows 32-bit is there, Windows 64-bit is there. So how to know which operating system or which operating system is that, 32 or 64? We can easily do that one by just checking this computer. We have to click this properties, and here we will get that one. For example, this system type is a 64-bit operating system is there. So based on our operating system, we will download that one. Just we have to click this any embedded or this one. So generally we take that installer only. So after clicking that one, it will give one exe file is there. Just 1 minute. It is actually installed in this operating system. I will show the steps how to do that. So after downloading, it will give exe file. Now just we have to double click on that exe file. It will prompt this installing Python, whatever version we are using, and we have to click this customize installation. And second thing we have to do, add Python 3.8 to the path. If you forget this one, we will manually also add that one. So next, then after we have to check these are the optional features. If you want to install, or we can uncheck that one. For now, it is recommended to use these features, especially this pip we will use for download of different Python packages. Then we have to give path here. It will create the path somewhere in the random folder. This app folder, this is the hidden from the main general files. So we have to give, for example, C, Python, and whatever Python we have. Then the installation process will go like this one. And after getting this setup was successful, we can use that one. Just 1 minute. Okay. So there are many ways to do our Python program. For example, either we can install on our local system, or we can use online softwares of that one, online interpreter of that one. Or if you want to use online, there are also many options we have. For example, we will get Python interpreter online, or we can use Python on a Python notebook, or Jupyter notebook is there. Jupyter notebook. This is a process in we will install a local system, or we can use online, or we can install in our Android operating or any mobile device, Android or Mac, or this iOS. We can install that one. If you don't want to install, we can use online softwares. For example, we just have to type Python online, and this will work. Here we can write our Python program, and just we have to say run here. It will run that one. Or here we can write that one, and just we have to say run. It will run our program in here. What we have on one website is there. If you want to save our Python program, so Python anywhere is there. Here we have to create our account. If you are using simple Python program, there are many options, pricing options there. We will use as a free. As a beginner, we can use that one as a free. Then what we have, this Jupyter notebook is there. Actually this is used for data science applications. So we can say Google Colab is there. Colab. And actually this is used for this machine learning or different big applications. Here also we can type over and save our Python programs. For example, it will open like this window. We will get this window, and we have to click this new notebook, and it will just 1 minute. Here in browser only we can write our programs. For example, just once it will we can change its name here by giving the name, and here we can write our Python program, for example 5, and we have to wait for connecting an allocation for that one. Once it is get connected, we will get the result. We have to wait. So it will show this type of here easily we can write our Python program and save, and also we can share it with friends here. So these are the different ways where we can practice our Python programs. For Android we can search for Play Store. Play Store is there. We just have to search here, for example Python, and this PyDroid ID is there. We can install and run our program. For example, here we can write our Python program, and in the last we have this play button is there. We have to click that one. So this is how after installing Python software, we will get one folder. Folder means in program file we will get that one. For example, here Python 3.10. So there are different ways to open that one. First is just we have to click this one, Python 3.10. It will open this one, this window, or else we can run it from our command prompt, and just we have to type Python here. This will open. Why it will open like this one? We automatically set the path of that one. For example, what is the path we will see. If you don't save, how it will go. Just we have to type path here, and here we will get this C Python is there. So we have to set that path. If you are not getting, for example like this, it is not recognize internal or external command, we have to give that one path. How we will give? For example, we have to click this this PC, my PC, and then we have to go advanced setting. In advanced setting, what we have in advanced tab, we have this environmental variable, and we have path here. So we have to copy two paths or two folder. For example, in C we have Python, in that we have Python 3.310. we have to give this path, this one, and then this script path we have to give. Means we have to create new here, and we have to copy paste here, and we have to just click on OK, and then we have to close this one command prompt, then again we have to open that one, and once we have top Python we will get that one. Which version we are using? Python 3.10.5 we are using. To exit from this Python, we have to type either exit or quit is there.